This is your girl, Miss Info, the Ride Along. We are on the front seat exclusive with my boy, NYMROD, Federal District. What's up, NYMROD?
What's goody? What's goody?
Like, I had to start, like, this is, you know, I'm just introducing, like, this is my new, like, more exclusive interviews, you know, face to face.
Beautiful.
And, you know, shout out to Rough Riders 2.0. And of course, I had to have you as my first guest.
I'm the first?
You're the first.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and you were actually my first guest when I first started.
When you first started.
At the beginning of this, you know, this journey we're on. So, you know, I had to have you back in the studio. So welcome back.
Thank you.
And, you know, this is the front seat exclusive on the Ride Along with your girl, Miss Info. I say the couch is nice, right?
So what is this? He said, what is this, velvet?
Is this velvet?
This is nice, man. I like this.
So we're, you know, this is a more intimate setting where we can really talk and not, you know, just be about music. Just, you know, I want to get to know NYMROD and
Right.
know who you are.
Right.
You know, we don't have to tell people your real name, you know, your government, but at least we can, you know, just have this one-on-one with each other that, you know, it's been like how many years now? Like 9 years?
Yeah.
9 years that we've known each other. I've watched your growth. It's been amazing, like just to watch your journey and everything that you're up to and everything that you're getting into. And so we'll talk about that. You know, that's going to be coming up as well. Okay. But we're going to start right now with just like, who is NYMROD?
Wow. I wear so many hats. It's crazy. A dad, a rapper, a business owner. I think really everything under the sun, man. I try to be, you know what I mean? I try to put it together and hold it together. So, you know, I boil it down. I tell, when people ask me, I'm God's gift. Just leave it at that. I'm God's gift.
So what was it like growing up before music became your past?
I grew up in Brooklyn, Cooper Projects. It was different. Like, I played basketball. I was a ball player. You know what I mean? So I would really tap into music too well. But it was different, man. Street kid, you know, same story. Hustled, you know. Pops never there.
Yeah.
Single home, just mom, you know, and then my stepdad. So it was a shape, man.
Now, did that shape your, you know, how you viewed life? Like how you, I mean, did you get in trouble growing up? Like
I did. My brother AZ, God rest his soul, he's one of the biggest drug dealers in Brooklyn. You know, when I was
brother or your brother? Like
my brother is my brother.
Your brother, blood brother.
Same mother.
Shut up.
Yeah. Same mother. So
wow.
You know, when I was younger, you know, a lot of people don't know it, but I got kidnapped. They tried to kidnap me, and they cut me in my face. They shot me in my back and in my head. That's why I have this lump here. So, and that happened to me when I was 12. Mm-hmm. So that changed me a whole lot. You know, before that, I was a nerd. I wore glasses, I had like a little afro, you know what I mean? But that changed me into something different. My views on people and caring about life was very different at that time.
Did it put you in a dark place for a long time?
It did. It made me not give a shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, it made me see, you know, people, I can't trust them. You know what I mean? You know, and it wasn't my brother's fault. You know what I mean? You know, he did what he did, but you know what I mean? I can't trust people. So that's always been my motto. I've been always very like eerie of people. Yeah, quick to snap too, immediately.
So your family's been associated with, you know, the Matthews family name. Can you clarify your family's connection to Frank Matthews? Frank Matthews
is my father's brother, my real dad.
So your uncle?
Yes. So that's my connection with Frank. You know what I mean? All very close with the family. Frank always kept in touch with, especially me, after my brother passed, because he really didn't deal with my father's side of the family at all. So.
Now, were you close with him growing up, or was he in your life at all?
I got close with Frank after I got out of jail. I always heard of him and stuff like that. I got out of jail in 2006, 7, and you know, he popped up, and then we got close from there.
How did learning about that history impact you personally? Like, did that really affect you? Added on to what you had already gone through growing up?
At that time, not so much. I've always heard of him. Him and my brother was always kind of close knit because of the field my brother was in. I guess he showed my brother how to get over the humps of certain things. But not so much when I came home, because I wasn't hustling anymore. So, it was just, nice to hear some stories, I guess, you know what I mean? And, how he escaped the system and how he worked his way around it and stuff like that. He was in a plain eye and they didn't even know it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so,
So before we started the show, you had told me, kind of gave me an update on your uncle, Frank Matthews.
Right.
And, like, where's he at now, and what's his story now?
He passed away last year.
Last year?
Last year he passed away. God rest his soul.
Yeah.
He passed away in Hawaii. That's where he was. And, they stopped looking for him, I believe, this year. So, you know what I mean? But he passed away last year.
What's the biggest misconception people have that when they hear the name Frank Matthews?
I don't know. I never heard nobody have a big misconception of him. He was, he still took care of his family. He just was one of the ones that escaped, and not many, and none did. He was the only one that escaped. But none of them did. None of these old school hustlers you hear about. Every one of them met their demise in some kind of way,
right?
Whether it was jail or death. So.
Now, how does that? Hearing that he, was able to basically retire in old age, because do you know how old he was when he passed away?
My uncle was, I'm not sure, 70 something, I believe. Okay. Yeah, 70 something, about 80 maybe.
So hearing that, and knowing that he was, he walked away from it basically and was able to still live, quiet life, tucked away. Does that, in your mind, kind of solidify kind of how you're going to, give you kind of that direction?
We lived two different lives. I feel like his life was always looking over your shoulder. So I don't feel like he never had comfort in his life.
No peace.
No peace, because again, they just stopped looking for him. So I don't feel like he ever had comfort in life. I always felt like he was always looking over his shoulder. And I mean, he was in and out of states, traveling, I guess, under different IDs and stuff like that. But I just feel like he never had peace. Me, at my juncture in my career, anything I do, my businesses or music, I just want peace. So I think it's a little different. You know what I mean? So yeah. Because
you want to be able to live
and enjoy,
and be able to enjoy life and not be worried all the time.
Yeah, he couldn't even see his kids. You know what I mean? Couldn't go back to I believe that they was quote unquote still watching his family up to a year ago. I
mean, I just recently watched documentaries, and they, as currently as maybe 2 years old, that they were still actively, actively in the wanted
list. Because he made more, what people don't understand about him, he made more money than Frank Lucas, Nicky Bonds, all of these old school, he made way more money than them. Way more. He was the top dude. At one point, I could say that some of them was probably getting work from him. He was that dude. You know what I'm saying? And he was the only one from Brooklyn that did that. Yeah. Because he's originally from Greensboro, North Carolina, but he moved to Brooklyn, and he's the only hustle out of Brooklyn that ever did that. Bigger than the Italians, bigger than all that. He was living right next door to one of the main the only black man on the block.
And you can't tell me that'll make you feel some sort of way, some type of pride.
I do. My uncle outlasted all of even the Italians, and and he lived comfortably in Hawaii. I visited him out there before. It's a very big house. My family is originally from Hawaii. My mother's side. I'm Hawaiian and Dominican, and then black and white. My father's side is black and white.
I did not know you were Dominican.
Yeah, so I'm Hawaiian and Dominican. So I have a big family on the Big Island in Hawaii. So, we go out there all the time. You know what I mean? I haven't been out there 2-3 years, but, and he lived very comfortably out there. not bothered, none of that.
That's the way to be. If that's how you want to live life, then that's how you want to retire, regardless of what your life is leading up to be. I mean, retiring in Hawaii is just, that's the ultimate.
Yeah, I just, again like that, I just don't, I asked and I didn't ask, but I just feel like he never settled down again. He never remarried. He never did none of that. You know what I'm saying? He was by himself. I mean, I'm pretty sure he had little situations of females that he seen, but I just feel like after that, and he was a young man. Like, I think he was in his 30s or 40s. I'm not sure when he left. You understand? So to not have a life all the way into your 70s, 80s, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, I just don't think, no matter how much money he left with or whatever, I just don't think his life is fulfilled.
Yeah. I can see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Because he still wasn't able to really just live.
Yeah, you wasn't free. Even though we're not free now, but he definitely wasn't free.
So what part of your family's legacy are you most proud to carry forward? Because, who your brother was and what you went through with that, and, and then, your childhood and, being kidnapped, like what the positive part of your family legacy can you carry
the music
forward?
Part of it, you know what I mean? My mother, she did music. She was about to get signed to Elektra. She actually sang backup for Shaka Khan back in the days.
And that's tough.
Yeah, Auntie Shock. So the music part, my mother, she had a situation that she was supposed to sign to Elektra back in the days, but then she wound up having my little brother and sister. And then she got with my stepdad, and then it just didn't happen. So I feel like that part of it, she missed it. She didn't get a chance to do it. So I feel like I'm the person that's gonna wind up doing it, you know what I mean, for the family. So the legacy of music is what I want to carry on. Like the rapper AZ, he got his name from my brother AZ. You understand? So, you know what I mean? Like, my brother did a little music too. And I feel like my brother really not got into it because he was in the street all the time.
But then it seems like it's a natural progression from like the streets and, hustling right into hip hop. It seems like that seems to like pay for it, basically, fund it.
It goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? Like when you hustling, you listen to music. I mean, I know I did. That's all I did was listen to music. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was dope, but I wanted to rap. You know what I mean? So I wound up rapping. So it goes hand in hand. When you in the trap and you bagging up or whatever you're doing, you're listening to music 9 times out of 10.
Big facts.
Yeah, when you driving to go make a drop or something like that, you're in the car, you're listening to music. You know what I mean? So they go hand in hand with each other.
What lessons from the streets helped you shape the businessman you are today?
Not to get caught. What I learned being in the street is trust no one. And make sure you do everything yourself.
I've heard that before.
And have nobody that you need to depend on, and nobody that if you fall, you can turn to. You make sure you have nobody. So you don't ever fall. You understand what I'm saying? I closed myself in. So if I fell, I would never fall, because I always tell myself I have no safety net.
You have to succeed.
Yeah, so that's what I learned, to make sure that I have no safety net and nobody to fall back on, so I can never fall on my face. You know what I mean? So that's one of the big things that I taught myself. That's
a beautiful lesson. I mean, you can only thrive from that.
Yeah.
So let's get into, your music career. Why did you choose the name NYMROD?
My brother AZ gave it to me. He gave it to me. He was big into his Bible back in the days. NYMROD in the Bible is Noah's grandson. He's a god, he's a hunter, you know what I'm saying? And he's a protector. And my brother always said, like, oh, you're like a leader. And I didn't know what the fuck it was, you know what I mean? But he's like, you're like a leader, you're not a follower, you don't follow people, you set your own trend and you lead. So that's what he took from the story of NYMROD. And he just started calling me Nimrod. And my mother told him one day, he said, don't you call that boy that. You're calling him stupid. And, because, that's what a lot of people think it means. See, Nimrod means stupid. But Nimrod has so many meanings that people don't even know. Like, even and it's a cartoon, it's X-Men, it's Nimrod. And Nimrod and X-Men is like the future of everything. You know what I'm saying? So Nimrod is a very big name and a big, it's a big weight on the shoulders to walk with. You know what I mean? You got to represent that name properly.
Yeah, that's true. Do you remember your very first record?
I do.
That you ever recorded?
I do.
Do you remember the name of it?
From My Hood to Your Hood.
What was it again?
From My Hood to Your Hood.
From My Hood to Your Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the lyrics?
Somewhat. It's like, from my hood to your hood, we so Brooklyn, so gangster, nigga. From my hood to your hood, we so... Yeah, I don't remember the whole thing, but yeah, it was something like that. And
How old were you?
I just came home out of jail. What was I, 24?
That's young.
It's a funny story, right? I believe things come full circle.
Sure.
I was working in Yonkers. The guy that I was in jail with this dude, and he came home first, and I came home after him. Then he came and got me. And then he brought me to a guy named Morpheus that was in Yonkers.
Right.
I don't know if you know who Morpheus is. He worked with Rough Riders.
Okay.
His nephew was T. Waters. If you don't know who T. Waters is, T. Waters was signed to Rough Riders at one time. And he had the whole gangster clique and all that. And Large Amount, I don't know if you know Large Amount.
Uh-huh.
Large Amount was part of D Block and everything. I was with all of them. And I had met DNY when they was in the truck. And Morpheus brought me to them and was like, yo, this kid is fire. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they listened to the music, he's dope, you know what I mean? He's like, whatever like that. But yeah, it's a crazy story. And then full circle, I'm back here.
Here you are.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yup. Yup.
How would you describe your style of hip hop?
Streets. Streets with a twist of grown men.
You don't get a lot of that.
Yeah.
So when I listen to your music, it's like you said, it's street with the grown man because it's very adult sounding. Mm. And is that how you choose like the artists that come underneath you? Like, because since we've known each other 9 years now, almost going on 10 years. Right. And you've changed artists. You've stayed solid of who Nimrod is and what you want and how you want to set up your team in your camp. But like, I think the team you have now, like the artists you have now are amazing. Even though the others were amazing before. But how do you choose like the artists that come underneath you? Do you compare them to yourself?
Some.
Like you want them like to have that work ethic grew up with, basically.
They don't
hustle
have
mentality.
It. Yeah, they don't have it. And I that's why I go through artists, I tell people, I tell artists like this, I'm very honest. I said, you guys are like car parts. Once you stop working, I don't need you. I'll just swap you out and replace you. So that's it. Because my car is going to continue moving forward. And if I need to replace a part that's not working, I'm just going to replace you. That's it. And a lot of these artists, they are entitled and they feel like, oh, well, you driving a Benz, you driving a Bentley, you got thousands of dollars in your pocket. Why don't I? I work for this. Nobody gave this to me. Mm-hmm. I worked for everything I have. You can't come here and just think it's going to be given to you. I don't work like that.
Do they think it's because of, I don't know. I know you don't tell everybody who your family members are and things like that. Do you think that's part of it? Like they think, oh, he's got money, or he, like you just said, because of who he's related to, or who, right. Do they think that that's just who you are? Do they separate the two? I don't know.
I don't know what they thinking and they brain.
I'm saying, do they say it to you?
No, they don't say it to me. They don't.
Better not.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Right. A lot of, I've heard one artist say to me, well, you got it, you know what I mean, and blah, 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 and this, that, and the third. And I had to be like, nigga, yeah, because I work for it, nigga. Yeah. You understand? Because he was like, oh, I can't pay to get in, or this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, you can't pay $20? And I got it to do, I got it to do it. But it's like, do something. You know what I mean? Like, show me that you want it. You know, and a lot of these artists are lazy, entitled, and no loyalty. They have no loyalty.
Zero.
No loyalty. That's the big thing.
No longevity.
No.
Like no consistency. If they don't, they want instant gratification, and if they don't get it,
exactly,
they're like, I'm kind of done.
Yeah, that's what it is. They think that they're gonna come in because they see me and how I am. Like, I be around the celebrities, I do this, I do that. I worked before I even met you in 2000. I was working since 2013 on my career.
Yeah.
Up to now, and I'm just really seeing the fruits of my labor. I put in a lot of work. So, you know what I mean? This is why I'm able to have certain conversations with people. This is why I'm able to go certain places. This is why I'm able to do the things I do, because a lot of people's like, hey, that's NYMROD. Okay, come here, hell yeah, come do the show. Hell, I want him here. This because I put in the work. And these people haven't put in any work, but they want instant gratification because they think they're part of federal. And a lot of people give them leeway because they're part of my team.
Right.
They get shows, they get a red carpet rolled out for them, a lot of shit. But then certain things stop because it's like, yo, you're not me. You can't do what I do. You gotta create your own lane.
You gotta earn it.
Yeah.
Gotta earn it.
Yeah.
So what sets NYMROD apart from everybody else? Like NYMROD the artist, not NYMROD the businessman, the label, NYMROD the artist. How are you different from everybody else? Like,
I stay true to myself. I think a lot of people change with the times. I don't. I stay to me. I stay true to me. I stay true to my music. You know, when I first got into the scene, it was still hip hop, but this is when trap music started to come out. And a lot of artists that I was working with back in the days, or knew, rather I should say, started doing trap music. And you guys sound crazy because you're not from Augusta, Georgia, so you don't sound right doing that. You know what I mean? But I stayed underneath. He's like, oh, you don't change with the times. There's no time for me to change. This is who I am. So I feel that's what sets me apart from a lot of people. Because a lot of people if people doing drill today, they doing drill. People got to dumb it down. I'm not stupid. I don't know how to dumb my music down.
I mean, like you said, you stay true to yourself, and that consistency is what's going to keep you relevant.
Right.
Because right now, drill is
fading away.
It's fading away. Nobody want to hear all that.
Yeah. Jadakiss is one of the one, to me, is the best rapper in the effing world. He never changed his bar game. I don't care what beat you put him on, he's going to rap to you. And he's the only one, besides Jay. You know what I mean? And he don't really do music no more, but he's the only one.
I'm glad you brought that up, because it seems like in the United States, a rapper gets to a certain age, and we'll use Jadakiss, Jay-Z, Nas, that age range, Fat Joe. Mm-hmm. They're kind of gravitating to, podcasts like Jim Jones and Mano and things like that. But over in Europe, they can go over there and sell out. But those artists, that group of artists have stayed consistent. T.I., let's bring up T.I.
Yeah.
T.I., that, what is that? Tell 'em, the new song he just came out with.
Oh, the song that he came with, the one dissing 50 or the
one, because people like it because he went back to what he was doing in the 90s and early 2000s. Yeah. And I think that's what keeps people gravitated to it. That's why they like it.
Yeah, if somebody, I feel like as an artist, if somebody fell in love with who you are, don't change who you are. Mm-hmm. Like this, what made me not like certain artists was you changed. Mm-hmm. I like what you was doing. Stay in that lane and just make music like that. Now, yeah, of course you got to venture out a little bit and do a little bit of, tweak, but people make drastic changes. Yeah. And it's like, oh my God.
It's like those the like boy groups or the girl groups.
Yeah.
And they get hot, just explode. And then one person gets in, you know, all in their head and think they're bigger than the group, and then just, I'm gonna go solo. And then the whole group breaks up and their solo career is crap.
Crap.
And all of a sudden you just don't hear from them.
That's crap.
That's fucked
The
up.
only one that survived it was Beyonce, I feel like. She went solo and she did better being solo than anything else.
Justin Bieber.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, you know. So you started Federal District Records?
Well, when I was in jail, I had a friend, Diamond, God rest his soul. So when I started rapping, I had met Max B in jail. I did my whole bid with him, my whole 5.5 years. He taught me how to rap.
Max B?
Yeah, Max B.
Wow, okay.
You know, shout out to him. I know he home now, whatever like that. But he taught me how to rap. You know what I'm saying? So I give him his props. If it wasn't for him, I don't think I would be here in front of you. You know what I mean? And then I met my brother Diamond. He had passed away after I came home. But when I was in jail, he was like, yo, we had a label, what we call it. And one day he came in my cell and he was like, yo, Federal District. And I was like, what the fuck is you talking? The feds coming for you? He's like, no, the label, bro. That's what I would call a label. And I said, nah, that's fire. So, you know, when he came home, he got killed. And I made sure when I started my label, I was gonna call it Federal District.
So does that name, the Federal, what does it represent though for you?
Above the law. We're above the law in this music industry. We do what we want to do.
It's kind of a little nod to the family too. Hey, you ain't slick. I caught that. I was like, wait a minute. Is that a little nod?
A little nod, you know what I mean?
A little,
above the law.
A little wink, wink. Thanks, Unc.
It fits so well.
It does. Now that you said it like that, it really does.
It fits real nice, real nice.
So how do you balance being an artist and being an executive, like a business executive? And like, how do you balance that?
For me, it's fun. Well, it used to be a lot of fun when I had proper artists to work with. Now I've met a few artists that makes it not fun anymore. I mean, I've got rid of them, but it's fun to create. That's who I am as an individual. I love to create. You know, in my real life, I have businesses and I create on my business, my real estate, my stock market company, my construction company. I just opened a metal business, you know what I mean? And I do real estate with my mother. So I like to create businesses and I invest in businesses as well too. I have 3 businesses that I have invested in to watch them grow. So I'm a creator and I like to see the finished product. So when I work with artists, I like to see them win. I told these artists, you guys, the way this industry is right now, you guys may never make me $1. Because the industry is so, if you're not famous, it doesn't matter. And I know some of these artists ain't gonna never be famous. But it's just the fact that I wanna see them win.
Want to see, yeah.
Yeah, and and it makes me happy. Like, you know, I have Molly, she's amazing. She's doing great.
I was just going to ask you about her.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Hey, how's
artist.
my girl?
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
And I liked what she's doing. And I did her whole album. I did all the beats on her last album except one. Vinny Idol did that one. Shout out to Vinny Idol. And, you know, this is her first album and she's number 3 on the underground.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah,
congratulations to you too and her as well.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's been working.
Very hard.
Keeping an eye on her.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Now, what's your relationship with working with Jim Jones?
I'm signed to Vamp Life and Boss Bread.
Okay.
Yeah.
Under Boss Bread. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Big shout out to Dice Peso. I met Dice when I was working on my album called Educated Thug Music Volume 2. Cover COD introduced me to him because I was like, yo, I need a feature. I need somebody that's moving. And I heard of Dice before. And Cover was like, nah, I got somebody for you. I said, all right, cool. So Cover did the beat. I did my verse, and then here comes Dice. And Cover's artist did the hook. Then here comes Dice, and it's like, oh, okay, yo, pleasure to meet you, gang. And, you know, he's a solid dude. He's just been solid from Jump Street. You know what I mean? I appreciate him. You know, I was like, okay, we're gonna work, and he just had me outside ever since. And you know, wound up meeting Jim, and then we did the paperwork, and I'm Boss Bread Vamp Life. I'm stoked.
That's what I did.
Big shout out to Jim, everybody over there, Vamp Life. Man.
NYMROD, like, When I first met you, I mean, you were on this page already.
Right.
You were already like manifesting where you were gonna go. This is how you know, like you were telling me who you're gonna get signed to, your label. You're gonna like just gonna blow up, and to see this right now, and like to see the progression for both of us, basically,
right.
and how we're both moving, is just.
This is.
It's just, you know, it's amazing what you can do when you really just stay consistent.
Right.
And people don't have that longevity in them.
No.
So, what's the biggest lesson you've learned as a CEO?
As a CEO, the biggest lesson I've learned as a CEO in the music business.
Right, in music.
You have to separate friendship and business.
So is it not good to be in business with friends?
If the friends know how to conduct themselves with business. A lot of people see me, I'll give you a perfect example. Me and Dice, we're friends. You know, I can't say me and Jim is close like that, but there's always respect with me and the boss. But me and Dice, we're friends. But he's still the boss. And if he tells me to do something for my career or business-wise that need to be done, then I'm gonna do it when he asks me to do it or tells me to do it. That's it. A lot of people get that misconstrued when you're doing business with them, that it's just jokes and play, and they don't take it seriously. And then it's like, well, damn, I have to do what I need to do to get you where you need to go, but you're not doing your part. You're pissing me off, and you're disrespecting me because you're supposed to be my friend. Mm-hmm. You don't value our friendship enough to handle business. So I've learned to separate the two. I always would just let people do how they want to do and stuff like that, and that causes a lot of arguments. So I think now that I cracked the whip and let people know we can be, after a certain hour, let's go get drinks and hang out. When we working on business, let's work on business.
I think people have a hard time, like you said, your business, it's straightforward, blinders on, you're heading, you're handling your business, and then you have a side where you can hang out, relax after business is done.
Right.
And I think a lot of people, I don't think they have a hard way of, it's hard for them to see you that way.
Right.
And to be able to like understand how serious you are and when it comes to business, and not to be able to get confused with the guy that can hang out.
Right.
And I think they get confused and they get tied up in there somehow.
Right.
And then they can't separate it. And then they don't like you because then they think you're mean, or you just cracked the whip and you're a tyrant.
Exactly.
I want the business guy that hangs out, and has drinks. Like, a lot of people want that for the business guy.
Right.
Which is not how you're supposed to handle, you have to be professional.
Yeah.
Do you find that hard when you get those people that are around you that can't separate the two, do you try to help them, or are you just, after a while, you're like, listen, you gotta go. You're doing too much.
Yes, after a while,
because
you
they're like
go.
a leech.
Yeah, you gotta go. Again, like I said, a lot of people be like, damn, bro, your team changes a lot and this, that, and the third. It ain't me that want to change. If somebody's no longer part of Federal, it's because of something they did, not because of something I did. I work with you until the wheels fall off, and then I go get new wheels. As long as you putting in the work, you understand? That's it. So you gotta understand, it's no label out here, and I'm not one of these big labels. I'm not Rough Riders. I'm not Vamp Life. I'm not this. That. It's no labels out here funding artists, especially no-name artists. I fund everything for my artists. Shows, interviews, videos, this, that, whatever they need, I fund it. It's me. No labels doing that. When you get part of a label, you better have a budget. You better have some bread.
And they're not spending big money like they used to. No.
Your numbers gotta be through the roof.
Speaking of that, because we're gonna get into the internet.
Right.
So when you look for artists, do you look at their numbers?
No.
Do you help them like grow organically?
I help them grow organically. I don't look at their numbers. I look at their talent, because then I wouldn't fuck with none of them if it was the numbers, because a lot of these artists don't have numbers.
But the labels look for numbers. They're looking at their
the
numbers.
labels do look
Because it seems like they're already wanting the work to be done already.
Exactly. The labels the labels just want you to bring them the car. They just want to give you the gas. They don't want to give you the car and the gas.
Right.
Yeah, they don't want to do that. See, me with, man, I'm good. I have my own situation. I don't need the bread or none of that. I just need the stamp. You understand? I'm good. I'm financially set. I don't need Jim. I don't need Dice to give me a penny. You know what I'm saying? I just need the stamp and the push from the label.
The license plate.
Yeah, that's it.
You can go.
Yeah, that's it. Right. That's all I need. I got the gas in the car. I just need the license plate. I'm straight. I'm straight. I don't need nothing else. So, you know what I mean? I come already. So I got my own videographer. I got 3 studios. I'm fully good. I got photographers. I got everything. I just need the stamp to push me through.
Now, how do you handle online beef or online hate coming at you?
I tell people to suck my dick and come outside. That's it.
That's it?
You want to fight? You want to fight? That's me.
Because I did see some stuff online. We ain't gonna name no names now. We're not gonna call people out about their business.
Right.
But they're like, I'm gonna say what they said.
Right.
And that you took your lyrics from Jay-Z, or you copied somebody else's style or rhythm or lyrics. I mean, and do you believe in really responding to things like that? I mean, you responded, but you didn't respond.
Yeah,
you didn't go into a whole rant like that person.
Yeah, I mean, I tell people, like I said, to suck my dick. If you want to see me outside, you come see me outside. That's how I am as an individual or whatever like that, because I'm old school. See, a lot of people with this industry, they play online. I don't really know how to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't, people, they talk about the cop. Well, you're a businessman and this, that, and the third. And by, I had one person tell me, they told me this kid City. He said to me, he did some weird shit and he went online. And then I called his phone. He said to me, "You're not going to do nothing to mess up what you have."
He said it to you?
He said it to me. You're not going to do it, because I told him, I'm going to beat you up. He said, you're not going to do anything to mess up what you have. You're capping. So he had a show a month later, and I met him at a show and I beat his ass. So my point to say all of that is, I don't care about this. Respect is what I care about. You know what I mean? And that individual, the one that was saying that, I went to a show. Let's go. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was having a bad.
That's always the way. Like
he called the boss man of this here. That's how I wound up getting in touch with the boss. I ain't gonna say his name, but in me and him talked, he's like, yo, that's family, blah, blah, this, that, and the third. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's gotta be respect. If a person has a problem with me, if I did anything wrong, I'm a man. Hey, if I stepped on your shoes, I'm sorry. You understand? Like, I don't have no problem saying that. But if you just literally doing some weird shit, I mean, that's it. I liked old school back in the days.
Right.
You can't say nothing wrong. Artists had to call ahead of time before they came outside.
The check-in.
The check-in.
That's important still, I think.
But they don't do it no more.
That's old school, though. That's old school. Even no matter, it started with your parents, basically.
Right.
No matter what time it is, you check in.
Check in.
Regardless. Wherever you are, you check in. And I think people they just don't care. They just, I'm going, I don't care. They want to say something, it is what it is.
Yeah. The internet made it like that. The internet and the police made it legally for people to be weird.
What is something people think they know about NYMROD that's completely wrong?
I don't. People just think I'm an asshole. I'm really not.
You're not.
I'm not an asshole.
You are not an asshole.
I'm not. She said you're not an asshole.
You're not.
I'm not.
You're one of the nicest people I've met.
Yeah.
Since I've been in New York, and I've only been here maybe since 2010.
Okay.
So it's probably that long. And I'm just in and out. But like, you're one of the nicest people I've met.
Thank you.
Like,
I
and
try to
you're
be.
genuinely a nice person.
Yeah. If you respect me, anybody, if you respect, I'm gonna respect you. I'm not a weirdo. I don't talk behind people's back. If something happens, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? Hey, this happened. You be like, that's not what it is. Hey, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Now we clarified. I don't walk around with things on my chest. I'm not weird like that. If you have respect for people, you can go a long way. I'm not an asshole. I'm an asshole to people that do weird shit.
That part.
That's it.
There you go.
That's it.
If a movie was made about you, about your life, who would play you?
Oh.
And what would be the title?
Who would play me? Now it's different parts of me. So we have to start from a child, from a little kid,
Okay.
to teenager, to an adult. I would want Michael B. Jordan to play me as an adult, Nimrod. I don't know too much as a kid, but definitely Michael B. Jordan.
I could actually see that.
Yeah, I would like that.
I could see
would like
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What legacy do you want to leave behind?
People ask me this question a lot, man.
Because it's important.
I want people to know, no matter what you face, you can win. I guess that's what I would want to leave behind. I would want that to be on my tombstone. No matter what you face in life, keep pushing and you'll win.
I like that.
Because a lot of people I did them 5.5 years. I never went back, and people couldn't understand that. You never been back to jail after that? No. I did what I need. I did what I had to do. I went there. I learned from it, and I know that I don't like putting my hand on a hot stove. So now, how do I get around that? A lot of people don't think about, okay, I can't be in the street no more. So what can I do? And there's so much other things people can do to be successful. So, yeah.
Well, you have to learn. Isn't that what you go to jail for, is to learn? Sit down and learn?
They don't.
Listen, I got in trouble one time.
So it took.
Trouble.
That's not for me.
Very young, early 20s. I'm
Right.
like, oh, no, I can't.
Right.
This is not my thing.
Right.
Let me readjust my life and get my shit together. And you don't look back.
Right.
And you have to have that. You have to have that mindset.
Right.
You can't look back.
Right.
And you got to move forward and get a career and figure out where you're going to go and how it's going to work.
You got to have a plan.
Got to have a plan.
That's
something.
it. I've learned that. When I met this, and I've learned that in jail. People go to jail and learn shit. I learned that in jail.
It get worse.
Yeah, they get worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I learned this. I met this guy, I forget his name. He's an Italian dude. He's mobbed up. He played chess with the guy. He actually got me in to listen to opera. And he said, I learned chess, taught me life. Always be 10 moves ahead. And that's what he said. He said, what did you learn from chess? I said, I just learned how to beat you. That's all. He said, no. You think 10 moves ahead in life. If this falls through, then I have this. If that falls through, then I have that. And then when that be successful, then that's going to come next. You always got to be ahead of yourself.
Always strategize.
Always.
Yeah.
And it may not work that way, but you always have a plan B, plan A, plan C, plan D, just in case plan B don't work. A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah, B through Z. Always.
All the alphabets. All the damn
Have
alphabets.
it all covered up. Yeah.
Everything.
So we're going to play a little game. It's called Quick Fire.
Okay.
Okay. So it's this or that. Easy.
Okay.
All right. Queens or Brooklyn?
Brooklyn.
I already knew the answer. I don't know why I just said it like that. I just figured what you would say.
Brooklyn.
Jay-Z or Biggie?
Jay.
Why you say that?
I think Jay had a illustrious career better than Big. I think Jay was a better artist than Big. That's why when people be like, oh, I take little bars from Jay, I do. It's just showing tribute. Everybody do it. You know what I mean? People do it for DMX since he passed, or, if somebody say a creative line, Jay just had a way illustrious career.
Mm-hmm. But and you're right about that. I've heard you hear little snippets of other songs that you.
Always.
I'm like, wait, I heard that, and it's a little like maybe 3 or 4 words. And you're like, I've heard that before.
Yo, listen.
But it works for them.
The dude that said the thing about the J thing, he took 112's. I put it on my page. You took 112's whole song and redid it, and didn't even redo it. You kept the hook and everything the same.
But got something to say to you. Listen, people need to get their souls together.
But yeah, Jay-Z, he's had an illustrious career way bigger than Big. No disrespect to Big, he's still one of the greats. But with Big, he didn't.
His career was cut so short.
Yeah.
You think he'd be big like Jay-Z if he was still alive?
I would hope so,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't be able to tell. When Jay came out, I think with a harder album than Big had. But I just don't think that Jay-Z had the funding like Big had. Rockefeller wasn't as major as
Bad Boy, yeah.
Bad Boy.
Yeah.
You had Dame Dash, that's it. And Dame Jazz had street money. Diddy had industry money. That's a different situation.
Big difference.
So if Jay-Z had that industry money that Big had, Jay-Z first album, Reasonable Doubt, would have went through the roof, way bigger than Big. Because it was a better album. It was a better body of work.
That's true. Studio session or live performances?
Oof. Can I pick both? It's crazy because for those 10 or 15 minutes on stage, I'm free.
Right.
But for that time in the studio, I'm free. I would say studio, because I'm in the studio longer than I am on stage. So studio session.
I agree with that. Okay. Independent or a major label?
Major label.
Why?
Being independent, you only can open so many doors. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be independent all you want, but if you don't have the right connections, it's not going to get you where you need to go.
Sure. I mean, I think independent is just harder.
It's harder.
Like, it's just really hard. And if you don't have any money, you can't even like boost your stuff on Instagram. Like you said, you don't got $20 to get in the door. You gotta have.
And I don't look for a major to pay. I look for a major to push. You know what I mean? That's me. But yeah.
Who's your favorite producer?
Vinny Idol.
Say it again.
Vinny Idol.
Yeah. Why you say that?
I work with him currently to this day. And I've watched Vinny Idol. I was with him last night. All the plaques on his wall, Jadakiss, Rough Riders, Lil Ox, DMX, Jay-Z. He's made crazy music. And I just had the pleasure for him to be my brother. That's my brother. He's the one that got me into making beats.
Wow.
Yeah. So Vinny Idol.
What's your favorite album of all times?
Mine or somebody else's?
Somebody else's.
Reasonable Doubt. I gotta stand on that. That's my favorite album. Reasonable Doubt, favorite album. Favorite album.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
That's your favorite.
That is.
Is there an artist, I mean, because you know a lot of famous people, and put it out there, and you've worked with, you've worked with here and there. Is there anybody that you still is on your wish list that you want to work with?
3 people.
Okay.
Mary J. Blige, Rick Ross, and Jay.
And Jay-Z.
Those are my 3.
That's a huge wish.
It is a huge wish list.
That's huge.
It's huge.
Like, it's big.
It's huge. It's huge.
You're going to get there.
Yeah. I mean, Rick Ross and Mary J. Is actually in the works. So if that works, I know I need like 2 million to even sit down and have a conversation with Jay. Yeah. So I ain't got that yet.
That coin. But I like the R&B hip hop. I always love that.
I love it.
I mean, I fell in love with Mary J. when she did that song with Method Man.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that just
classic
did it for me. To this day. You still hear it and it's about to
it's
this
like
day.
2-3 decades old and it's still a classic.
What is the most underrated artist right now?
Wow. I would say 38 Special. I like him.
Why you say he's underrated?
He's one of the nicest artists, again, besides he is second on my list. And then he's third on my list. It's Jada, King Streets, then him.
Okay.
But I think he's the most like underrated right now.
What's one word that describes Nimrod?
God.
God body?
God.
I like that. Last question. What message do you want to leave for the next generation of artists, entrepreneurs, and hustlers trying to build something from the ground up?
Don't go with the flow, be the flow. I stand on that. Don't go with things. Stay true to you. That's how I feel. Don't go with the flow, be the flow.
Be the flow.
Be the flow.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you so much
Thank you for
coming
having
through on the front seat exclusive on the ride along.
I'm the first one. You understand? Let's do it. Yes. Get the clap, baby. Day one.
Yeah. And thank you. I really respect what you do, and I respect that I'm learning more about you every time we talk.
Right.
I learn more and more about you, and I hear that you're this businessman, CEO, on top of artists and label and on and on.
Yeah.
I'm just impressed with you. And,
Thank you.
Your legacy of your family, the things that your hardships, that you didn't let it affect you that way.
Right.
It did, but you grew from it.
Right.
And it made you a better person, which then the people that work underneath you are better because of it. So
I have the conversation with them when they tell me about things they went through, and just because you went through it, that's why me not having a dad or having nothing, that didn't make me do crime. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what people say, not having a dad or not having this, did that make you be a drug dealer? No, I did it because I want to. That's it. Nobody can make you do nothing, but you got to fight through anything to be successful. If you want to be successful, you can be. Don't let nobody tell you can't be. Just fight through it. It's never easy. It's never easy. It's never easy.